Oh, well, fucking hell, I hope this works now. Jesus Christ, no pressure or anything. Thank you, Rami. Hey, gang. Fingers crossed, everybody. No. And problem! Yay! Right! There it is. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Son of a bitch, man. Hmm. 2 seconds, folks. Slight oversight on my part, I believe. Well, you can still hear the dogs, so that's a good thing, right? Wait for it. It's the anticipation, right? You can't contain your excitement, right? Oh dear. No. Actually, at the point, just giving up now. Actually, at the point of just giving this shit up now. Oh. It's really good at pausing the music, but it's really bad at doing anything else. So what the fucking hell has happened there? I give up. I actually give up. I actually give up. I thought I had it. Like, I genuinely thought I had this sorted. What the fuck is broken there?
You finally awake. You across the border, right?
Right, let's see if anything else is going to break in the next 10 minutes, shall we? Yeah, like that. Like that. Oh. Hello? Hello? Why are you looking at the table, dude? Hi, everybody. Why is my camera pointing at the fucking floor? Hmm. So before you go live, don't drop your camera off your monitor. Doesn't like it, apparently. So that solves that problem. The next question is, what the fuck is up with the intro, and why the fuck didn't it play when I pressed the button? Like, what's actually happened there? Who would have thought? Yeah. How was dinner? Fucking lovely, mate. Hmm. So we've got voice mod. That's all coming through loud and clear. So that hasn't caused me any issues this evening. Let's have a look at the intro action and its triggers then. So here we've just got an action for intro video within StreamerBot, and the intro video pauses the music. Message, pause. OBS source, studio source visibility state intro scene. Hey Bubbles, you're right. So if we go back to the start, you'll be able to hear me, you just won't be able to see me a minute. Motherfucker. Do you know what it was? I turned off the intro scene earlier. Not really, but I'm coping. How are you? What's the matter, Bubbles? Yeah, I turned off the intro scene earlier while fucking around with the stream to get a load of stuff done. And as we've just found out, if you don't turn them back on, they're not going to work. So from here now, I'm sorry to do this to you all. And it works. Halle fucking New Year. I might not work, but... OBS is still using less memory than Google Chrome, which is a massive, massive performance boost. Forgive the slight technical difficulties at the start there because I've pressed buttons and forgotten that I've pressed buttons. We're going to have to sit through this again, unfortunately, but at least it's working. In fact, no, we're not going to. No, we're not going to, because if I go here now, that'll stop. But we might find when it would normally naturally finish, it will run a couple of actions that will just refresh the stream or move me back to this scene or whatever. Well, hey, fucking hell. So, things are working. That camera did take a bit of a wallop, didn't it? I think the gimbal's off a bit. But yeah, I've shut everything down earlier. I've gone out for dinner. I've come home. I've booted up all the computers. Voice mod and everything was working. Yeah, voice mod is still working. This is good. We can hide that as well. Dinner was lovely, thank you. Yeah, dinner was really nice. I had a big fat steak. And got to see my niece and my nephews, and yeah, it was lovely. So yeah, that was really nice. Got to see like a load of the family, which is always splendiferous. So yeah, that was really nice. Yeah, big fat steak, a couple of beers, and a massive slab of honeycomb and honeycomb cheesecake, and it was lovely. It was lovely. For some reason, my little sister got me a little spider, and a chameleon. I'm gonna zoom in. But yeah, a spooder. And a chameleon. But I don't want to... It's my kitty's second birthday. Oh my God, happy birthday, kitty. I don't want to blow my own trumpet or anything, but... And again, forgiving those slight technical difficulties at the start, because, you know, I'd forgotten I'd press buttons, and not being funny this afternoon, I pressed a lot of fucking buttons when it comes to this fucking stream. Right? Everything seems to be working. Why does that keep doing that, though? Is it because I'm waving my hands around? I'm Lurk, sweetheart, love you. Okay, babe. No worries. I'm throwing mine in the bin. Why? What's the matter, Lilith? I'm sorry I couldn't help you earlier, but yeah, I was out for dinner, so it was a bit tricky. But yeah, everything is working. OBS is using less than a third of the memory it was using before.
Oh wow!
I've dropped 18 frames out of 41,000.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, see, there you go. That play. Sorry, there was an error with your request. That was the intro action finishing. Why did the birthday redeem play though? That was weird. You all saw it, right? The birthday redeem played and nobody said happy birthday, right? Because I said happy birthday to Rami's cats. But when you said it, oh, it's because Rami said birthday and it paused because of the intro action, which is a blocking action. And when you said happy birthday, it said the birthday command was on cooldown for 293 seconds. So it's actually Rami saying birthday that set it off. So that explains that. I don't need to look into anything. That's all good. Yeah, well happy with the performance so far. If I go scenes, no, wrong keyboard, Benji. Scenes, 63 scenes. Sources was 660 something, 461. So we shaved 200 odd sources off, and everything seems to be working okay right now. I'm scared. Is that just going round in a loop? My Spotify and intro song thing apparently are not heard by the stream, but it shows that it's playing on my thing and I can hear it. So you see it on the OBS sliders, yeah? That should finish in a minute. I think that's the last one. That's just going around in a fucking loop, isn't it? 1 second. That is now in video redeems only. What's the bet in that I've set the action wrong to turn it off or something? Yeah, 1 sec, Lils, and we'll have a look. Just none of that. Right, let's find it manually then. What the fuck is it called, Benji? And it's not hearing my Chrome either. Basically, only my mic works. Right, okay, yeah. We'll have a look in a sec then. But you're seeing the sliders move on OBS, yeah? What the fuck am I looking for? Yeah, okay. Well, it's not going around in a loop anymore, so that's good. So we'll keep an eye on that. We will. We'll keep an eye on the social rotator. Right, Lils, OBS, right? You got your sound down here and stuff. Let's just set up a new scene. New scene, right? And you're going to add an audio output capture. And the audio output capture is going to be Spotify. And I believe it needs to come from a device. So you would need to send your audio from Spotify to a device. You go sound options down in the bottom corner. Where is it further down? Volume mixer. App volume mix, app input and output devices, right? And this is just apps that are active now, right? So if I launch Spotify here, it should populate on here as well. I might have to refresh that list. Everything is telling me to do it from application audio capture, as if I did it through the one you showed me, it plays all desktop sounds. Right, okay. Okay. So, again, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. So you're going to do add application audio capture, Spotify. That's not how you spell Spotify, but all right. Spotify EXE. And what I'm going to do. Problem is, it's playing on my stream PC, not my game PC. So what I'm going to do, Spotify. I'm going to monitor only mute output. Okay. And then what I'll do is we will pause that. Play on this computer. Although it's not playing, you can see straight away that desktop audio and Spotify have started bouncing, right? So I can just mute out my desktop audio. I've just got Spotify bouncing there, right? And you had this, but nobody could hear it, right? So go into your advanced audio options and you've got monitor only mute output. So right now I can hear it, you can hear it, but stream can't hear it, is what I'm saying. Like at home, yours, you would be able to hear it, stream wouldn't be able to hear it, but you're seeing all the right movements here, yeah? So what you want to do, yeah, so it's set to monitor and output. It was set to monitor and output, was it? Because by rights, we should all be able to hear it. Twat. Wondering, is it something to do with my audio tracks? No, because up here in OBS, your audio, and you've set all of this up, I'm taking. Right? To your speakers or whatever. And then on your output, you've just selected the audio track 1 and your VOD track 2. So the audio track 1 is being sent through to Twitch. Everything disabled except mic on the audio thing. Let's use that one. So mic aux is set to default. That's set to default, is it? Yeah, whatever. I mean, I can set it to the microphone, but whatever your default output on your Windows is set to. And yet we're still not hearing it here. What the fuck am I missing then? Monitor and output. It's selected there. It's clearly showing it's playing. Indeed. I mean, we can see it's fucking playing, right? We can actually see that it is playing. But of course, the way my system is set up, you're definitely sending it to track one. Yep. The way my system is set up is we won't hear that on stream unless it makes it through to the stream PC. Because I've got two PCs. So hang on. Hey, Gwenny. I can hear Firestarter. Does track one need to be ticked or unticked? Ticked. It needs to be ticked because you want to send it to track one, don't you? Or, well, sorry, wait. Unticked because you're sending it to track two, which is the VOD track. So you want track one unticked and track two ticked. No. I've done too much of this recently. See, I can hear it in these big bins, so I know it's playing. Fucking VOD mix. VOD mix is... You want it ticked if you want it to go to the stream? Yes. So you want it ticked to send it to the stream. When I test recording, it can be heard if track two is on. You want it to go to stream and VOD, you want to trick track one and track two. But then track two doesn't get recorded by Twitch. Right? I think that's the way around it is. Again, it just, because it just doesn't apply to what I do, I've kind of forgotten how to do a single setup, you know? No, you would untick it to not record. So how are you hearing it on stream then? If you only wanted to go to the VOD track, you just tick track two. And then that is recorded as your VOD. You would untick two so it doesn't record. Jesus fucking web. It can't be this fucking difficult to set up some fucking audio. Get music in OBS. Fucking hell. Use the built-in media source for direct file playback or application audio capture if you want to stream directly from players like Spotify. Under the sources, click the plus icon and select media source. No. Right, open and start playing music in your desktop player. Under sources, click plus and select application audio capture. We've done that. Name the source and under the window drop-down, select your music player app. Click OK. By default, the music will go to your stream, but you won't hear it in your headphones. To adjust this, in the audio mixer, click the cogwheel and select advanced audio properties. Find your music source and change the audio monitoring drop-down to monitor and output. Lower the volume slider for the music in the main mixer so it sits comfortably under your microphone, usually between minus 25 and 35 decibels. If you want to blah, 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 blah. But you've got the other problem. When I'm recording it on the start recording, you can hear it. I'm so confused. Because when I did it, none of this application audio capture worked. I had to literally install like voice cable or voice meter or whatever. So my mic, game, sound, Spotify all have track one ticked. Yep, that's the way it should be. And then your VOD channel. is track 6, so I just wouldn't put it to track 6. But then my audio for games comes through my game clone. Hang on, if I do that. Oh, look at that. So, that's now coming through the game clone channel and not my headphones. But then you weren't hearing the game clone, were you? Right. That is now playing on my stream PC. That should work. By default, OBS Studio is set to capture your desktop audio and microphone. You can verify this by looking at the volume meters. Yeah. They aren't moving or you suspect the wrong device is being captured. Click on settings, audio, and select device manually. Yeah, we know that as well. Want the most basic audio setup. See, everybody is obsessed with splitting their audio so it can't be heard on stream. I just actually want to hear some fucking music. I think we fixed it. We'll just have to save a VOD at some point, see if it saved the music. Yeah. How do you think you fixed it, babe? See, I don't want to display current song. I don't want now playing. I literally want sound. I split Chrome off so I can have weirdo streamers going while I stream and not hear them. Yeah, same here, mate. Same here. Yeah, here it just says, find Spotify in the list and look at the audio monitoring column. Select monitor and output, click the drop down and change it from monitor only to monitor and output, which is what I suggested. We're doing it via the application audio capture, so it's got its own separate volume slider so that you can route it away from recording on your VODs. So what? Weird. Because, yeah, that should just work. That should just work. Right, I got something from Nick. Restored the previous version with a smaller patch processed. So we'll look at that then. Yeah, all I can suggest you do is you go live for a couple of minutes and just have a look back at the VOD when it's finished doing its thing. Probably just my thing being a dick. I don't know. I don't know. Very weird though. Nick. Right. Shall we? Here's a fun idea, gang. Should we try a mosh pit? See if Nick's fixed anything or whether he's broken it more. Oh, don't start coughing again. Yeah, just stream for a little while. Stop your stream. Twitch will save the VOD. Go to your creator dashboard, have a look at content, look at your VOD, see if you can hear the music on it. Oh, there it is. King of the Pit. Registration is now open. Should we see if a mosh pit's going to work? Countdown's working. Messages to chat are working. Hey, Suze, how you doing, babe? See if everybody dies in a matter of milliseconds like earlier with Cass's round. Excited? I mean, it's working. Mosh ended. Suze wins. And then... Oh, that was so close. It came up with new round. But we're still stuck. Right, I will feed Nick his log. I mean, that's pretty good though. End in sight, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Part of me, because I asked him to change things more than just being able to log in and stuff, and part of me kind of wants to go back to him and go, forget all those other changes, just make it work like it used to. So just get the login done, and then we'll ignore the rest. We'll just use it like we have been. You know what I mean? I wonder. Hang on. Because the idea was, if they're just going to abandon it, why keep advertising their shit like at the end of a tournament and somebody wins? It's like, oh, don't forget to support the developers. It's like, no, fuck that. They abandoned it. Why are we supporting them? But let's just see a minute. I'm curious. Shut up. Thanks, Benji. We can hear music. Awesome. So you can hear it on stream. I mean, I didn't fix anything, Lils, but you can hear it on stream, but it's not being recorded to a VOD, or... So this is the very first iteration of King of the Pit that Nick did. Let's just see how this functions compared to the latest version. Exclamation mark dance in chat, please. Thank you, Drew. Hey, Miss Alicat, how you doing? Congratulations, by the way, you were the second chatter in the stream today. You weren't. Oh. Yeah, people have been talking. That's weird. Dealing with an ear infection? No! Technically been here a while, just not saying anything? No, that's okay. Random wins. And what's it do when random wins? Nothing. Right, so that's not changed then. Okay. I mean, that's just default behavior, or what we had from the very first attempt, is that it's just not starting a new round. but it's doing everything else right, basically. So what I'll do, just for old Nicholas, is I'll download that again. I'll chuck that back over. We'll do another one. And then I'll send in the log, and then. So aside from the slight technical hiccup when I first went live this evening, which was me forgetting to hide or unhide a couple of sources after changing everything that I changed today, so far everything has and continues to work. Exclamation mark dance in chat, just so we can test it out, please. Is there? Oh, hey, Plexi. Huge mosh pit. Miss Alicat. There you go. Right. See, and then it did get ready, but it didn't reset. And that's what we needed to do. We need it to fully reset to the point where it's waiting for people to type dancing again. But it's so fucking close. Oh. Things are giving me blue spinning wheels. Hello? Get rid of that. Don't need that, because that's working. It's all working. I'm so excited. It's working. I might actually pee my pants. Open file location. Oh, you're off to bed? All right, Remy. Night, mate. God, it's 10 to 10. Output log to Nicholas Ruffworth. There we go. I fixed my logo as well, so just before I dashed off the Savo, I realized that my logo was causing the memory usage of OBS to spike massively. OBS is currently using 759 megs worth of memory, not the 6 gig that it was before I started this process. So that's a huge improvement. Like, huge. Huge. I've dropped 23 frames out of 104,000, which is basically 0%. Hey, Nick. I'm not here for much longer, but everything seems to be working. Except King of the Pit, which we tried. And it says, it flashes, get ready, as if it's going to reset to the beginning of the next round, waiting for prompts. But then it carries on watching the winner of the last round dance around. I gave you a log. Yeah, so I fixed my my logo was a PNG file. Where is it? Metal Benji. Yeah, my logo was a PNG. Don't fall into the PNG trap. Saw it. Good. I'll give that feedback. Yeah, no worries. don't fall into the trap I did when it comes to PNGs or GIFs. Don't fall into the GIF trap. Sorry. So a GIF, a GIF, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's not just a still image. It's individual frames. And mine was 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels, so fucking huge quality-wise, standing at 34 meg. But it's not 34 megs worth of memory installed and being used. It's 34 times, say, 4 meg a frame. So it was massive, absolutely massive. And I noticed every time that I went to my start screen, it used to say encoder overloaded because it was trying to load that logo. Well, it no longer says that because I fixed it. It's now a WebM video, which preserves things like alpha channels and stuff, so the see-through bits are still see-through and everything. And it's not causing that problem. But yeah, Nick, I went from 660-something sources to... I had a GIF as intro. No. I had a GIF just as my logo on that title screen. So yeah, we managed to shave like 200 scenes off. Or sources. It's not going to get any smaller than that, but I have massively overhauled how many... Like, nothing's changed. I haven't deleted all of those. Everything is still there, but now it's only being called like once instead of 10 times, which is the way I had it set up, and I was just doing it very poorly. So yes, everything is much more streamlined now. And like I say, now instead of using 6 gig of memory, OBS is currently using 781 meg. Have you documented everything? I mean, there's a stream, isn't it? I'm going with no. Of course I fucking haven't. Why would I? Oh, you mean in case something doesn't work? No, everything works. Because I was meticulous. Because basically, like one of the traps I fell into, I think that was Defo No Face. What do you mean? One of the traps I fell into, right, was this. Right here is OBS. Oh, look at this handsome fellow with his microphone. Right. One of the traps I fell into. So no. So when you add stuff, use correct process. Well, yeah, I know the correct process. I just wasn't doing it. If you had been here earlier, you would have seen how cross I was with myself. But basically, if like we've got a video capture device here, right, and then we're gonna go to another scene, right, and this is gonna be like just chatting. But of course, I want, or this will be my game scene rather, because that's just chatting, right? But I want my camera on my game scene as well. So what I was doing was I was going here and I was going add video capture device and I was adding an existing one. So what this is doing now, this isn't just one connection to that camera being played on this scene and one connection to this camera being played on that scene. That's 2 connections to that device using twice as many resources, right? So what I should have done, and what I have now set up, is here's my camera. We just want to put that camera on other scenes. So what I've started using now is a source clone. And a source clone, if I clone scene 8, I can make that as big or as little as I want, right? But this isn't another call to the camera or connection to the camera. This is simply this source clone saying, hey, do you know that camera we've got over there? Put it here as well. But I had done this. My camera, one camera alone, was set up 12 times. Methinks that's why I might have been having problems. When I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras pointing at me. So there we go. Were you paying attention to that bit, Lilith? So basically, you learned how to reuse stuff. I mean, in all fairness, dude, it's more. It all made perfect sense, but I only realized how bad it was when I started looking at how bad it was or why it was so bad. And then it was like, oh, good Lord, that's why I'm having all these problems. So it doesn't matter about the 460 sources that I've got left. If you're calling 20 of those 460 sources 80 times, you're in a real shit fucking state, aren't you? So, like, why was I adding, like, I don't know, like a browser source? I've got this downstream keyer. The downstream keyer is one scene that plays on top of all other scenes. So why was I adding individual browser sources, like I mean, bad example, but my goal bar? I would add the goal bar browser source to every scene, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8 times. So there's 8 sources. When in actual fact, if I just add it to Video Redeems only once, it's only once. And then I'm displaying it over the top of everything in the right position. So yeah, I've massively streamlined everything. Like I say, I've saved 200 sources, so a huge difference. Let's push it out 30 frames a second solid. I've missed 23 frames out of 117,000, which is basically 0.0%. I've not had any drop frames because of internet issues. Let's have a look at, hang on, let's go here, here, open history page. This could be dodgy. Tabs from other, no. Oh, there it is, Twitch Inspector. So we can go to Twitch Inspector, and we'll go there. I just want to go to there. So this is the current stream that I started at 2 minutes to 9. I mean, that is about as rock solid as you could ever want. What's also nice is I've got no unstable events. So nothing that Twitch would tell me off for and say, oh, this is a bit dodgy. It's not, Twitch aren't limiting my input, output, anything. It's just working. And like I said to people earlier, make sure you get Twitch Test V2. That's free. Get this from rich.net. Download this, select all the servers, stick it on medium, press start test. It will go through a load of tests. It's literally pinging all of these. Tell you how much bandwidth they will accept, even though you only put like 6 meg a second or 6,000 kilobytes per second. Quality, you're always looking for the highest number. RTT, you're looking for the lowest number. Yeah, you're looking for the lowest number there. And retrans, you're looking for the lowest number here. So out of this list, this person would probably be better off connecting to Germany, Dusseldorf, because limited is like when it's waiting to send information or anything. So they would probably be better off going to Dusseldorf, because overall it's a 14 millisecond RTT. There's no retransmissions, and it's sitting at like 823 milliseconds of limited time. So that would be a banging server to use for that person. So yeah, I'm actually outputting via, I think the best one after 3 or 4 tests was Paris. Well, I'm now going to do as much as I can to keep my streaming good, Nick, so that I can eliminate technical difficulties, you know? Oh, I'm getting encoder overloading. There's too much going on scene, or there's a source or a browser source that causing the problem for the encoder. I'm dropping loads of frames. It's not rendering lag. It's drop frames, as in network connection issues. So I'll look at the best place to, you know, connect to, rather than just sending it to the default Twitch server. I'll look at the one that actually I've got the better connection with over a course of 3 days. how's Spotify? Working. Earlier, I mean, it's working fine now. I've only been live for an hour. Earlier, the Stream PC did start getting a bit boggy again, so I cleared the cache of Spotify, and it seemed to settle down. So I still think Spotify's a contender with the problem. But normally, when I'm streaming, I'm barely touching the Stream PC anyway. I'm just changing scenes once in a blue moon. Everything else is automated, so... Annoyingly, though, with Spotify being like the big provider, everything's geared up to be able to control Spotify through StreamerBot and whatever else that we do. Like announcing the fucking music in chat and things like that, being able to play and pause the music and whatnot. There are lots of music players available that do that and show you what's being played and by who, but that doesn't control Spotify for playing and pausing and stuff, so... If it was available, I would probably switch to it, but, you know. Everything does seem to be working. But, and it's a big but. Hey Mo, how you doing, dude? Yeah, OBS, well look, OBS is using 740 meg of memory. Google Chrome is using 2.3K. Did you clear the bosses yesterday? I was out fishing. Clear the bosses yesterday. I didn't do the raid. I didn't do the raid. I was still trying to not pull my hair out and scream that my stream had died. Yeah, I had to get all of this sorted, dude. If you weren't here earlier to see the work I've put in on this fucking stream today to get things working. I mean, give you the quickest example. I used to have 660. In fact, it was more like 740 sources running all of my like OBS scenes and everything. Now I've only got 400 and something. So I've done a fuckload of work today to get it all shipshape. And so far, everything seems to be working. You know? Friday too? Dude, I've been working on this all fucking week. Aside from the physical move around that I did, I've been trying to get problems like the stuff that I've solved today solved for fucking weeks and weeks and weeks to eliminate all these little technical hitches that were basically making me go, what's the point in trying to do all of this when it just keeps fucking up? I'll just do what everybody else does, and I'll just go back to having you know, just do this. That's my stream forever. Nothing changes. That's my stream. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with this because it works for so many people. It's not me at all. It's not me at all. You know what I mean? It's not how I want to do it at all. We like all of this shit.
What the dog doing?
You know, we can just fire everything all at once, and it just doesn't upset the stream anymore.
A few moments later.
I really look like a guy with a plan?
Absolutely not. But I love it here. It's my crazy place. It's my happy place. It's absolutely fucking bonkers, and I love it. Okay, OBS is now using about 2 gig of memory. But once all this shit unloads, like the effect filters and everything, that'll calm back down again. But even with all of that running, my memory usage only spiked to like 60% instead of 100. So I are happy with that. I just hope it continues. I just hope like next week, I'm working Saturday morning, but I hope next week I can just come home and play some fucking computer games with people. You know what I mean? Yeah, you mentioned you had memory issues. Well, yeah, before I started the process of eliminating problems this morning, what was the problem then? Loads of things. So like just here, if I go to my start scene, just that Metal Benji logo, this guy was a GIF, 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, 34 meg inside, being loaded into memory every time, and it's not 34 megs worth of memory, it's 34 times say 2 or 4 times 200 frames or whatever. So yeah, it was just clogging things up. So I've streamlined, I've sorted him out. I've got rid of extra, you know, like I was explaining earlier. Here's a scene in OBS with my camera or a camera in it, right? This is like my chat or whatever, right? And then we have a game scene and I want to add my camera. So if I do another video capture device, that's 2 open. Cool. It didn't like it on the game PC. We just crashed OBS. But it would be 2 connections to the camera, not just 1. Whereas now I've got 1 connection to the camera and then I clone it where I want it to be. And that's basically OBS going, hey, do you know that camera over there? Let's add it here. So I can go source clone. I can clone scene 8, which is that whole camera scene with whatever special effect I've got on there. But I could make this one this big and we could rotate it a bit. Right? Over here, it's exactly the same. Over here, it's different. But here, this is just OBS saying, hey, do you know that camera feed we've got over there? Can we add it into this scene, please? Instead of getting the information from the camera twice. So yeah, sorted all of that sort of stuff out as well. Went from 600 and something frame sources this morning down to about 400. So eliminated like 400 sources that were being loaded into memory. And my OBS studio has gone from using like 6 gig of memory to using like barely a gig at the best of times. Okay, I just pressed a lot of buttons and it spiked to like 2 gig and now it's settling back down again, you know, because it's unloading stuff. So I'm happy. But it's 10 past 10 and I have to go to work tomorrow. Because I'm all healthy and stuff, apparently. Oh. Sorry, somebody just sent me a picture on Discord and it's very good. Apparently, yeah. If I had that issue, I'm just going to buy 2 more sticks. Not for like the 900 odd pounds that a couple of sticks of RAM's going to cost you nowadays. Have they checked your chest again? No. No, they haven't. But I feel fine. Like, I've got no pain in my chest. You know, before, I couldn't even lift my arms up above my head without my chest hurting. And that was for months and months and months. I couldn't take a breath to the very top of my lungs without any pain. I used to breathe and I would inhale a bit, get a pain in my chest. I'd have to stop breathing in because it hurt too much. And now I just don't have that. So I'm happy. I've got a bit of a gut ache, but then I've just had a massive steak. So I'm going to go and have a bigger shit. Basically. In the politest possible term. But tables have been sorted. Desk has been sorted. Pretty much. Stream has been sorted. Protein in, protein out. Exactly. Stream has been sorted. Things look pretty fucking good right now. We will see next week if any of this gets fucked up. Like, voice mod hasn't fucked up since I came back. Has it? Because now I know what to look for with voice mod, and the order that I know voice mod and everything else needs to open, I've got no problem. So right now, hooray! Hooray! Watch that not work. No, it works. And that should go through to the Discord. There it is. Let's get that in it. Take a picture, send it straight to Discord. My big, massive. Oh, my announcement. I forgot to turn my announcement on. That's one thing I forgot to do. Well, oh God. I turned it off the other day while going through a load of things and having to start and stop stream so that I didn't spam everybody on the Discord. Had any issues with the mics or that looks sorted as well? No, I was just saying it seems to be working. I've not had any issues with it since I came back. La 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 la. Well, hang on. Let's also. I should get a silly voice.
Have I got a silly voice? Well, I hope I've got a silly voice. Well, I need to go to live. And I need to enable. Ollie, I'm a shark. A scary, scary shark. A shark with a very handsome mustache. Hello, baby. Wah. Kelly's just gone downstairs in my pants. Wah. So? Are we going to bed now? Right, we're going to bed now. So, go slowly. Look slowly. Yes, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep peacefully, knowing that my stream is working and seems to be doing the right things. And I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to go to work. So? What a bitch. What a bitch. Kelpie just said until tomorrow when it all fucks up again. Wow. What a bitch. Right. I'm going to refund all of that. And I'm going. There you go. I mean, she's right. She is. Wow. Twats. You're all twats. Right. I'm going to raid this over. Who is live? Oh, do you know what? There's this really cool streamer called Metal Benji. I'm just going to send you there. Right. Love you lots. I'm off to plug my way to bed. Wanna call? I will see you later.
Cheery bye. Love you all.
Almost not.